I want you guys to comment down your answer to this question. What are you confused about and what truth are you avoiding? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Meiji, and today we are talking about you're not confused, you're avoiding the truth. Okay, we're just gonna get into it. I hope you guys are doing well. This is like my second time doing this video because where I was sitting, the lighting wasn't perfect, so I just decided to do it in my room. So no more black background because I don't know how to fix the lighting. Answer these questions as I answer these questions, okay? Comment down below what your thoughts are. I want this to be as relatable as can be, so I'm going to be very honest with my answers, okay? This will be like a mini interview for me, but like just me reflecting upon like this topic, if that makes sense. Okay, when was the time you kept saying I'm confused? What were you actually feeling in that moment? At what point did you realize you already knew the answer? I used to think I was confused about my education. I think I was confused about exactly if I wanted to go to school or if I didn't want to go to school, because my family kept telling me, go to school, go to school, go to school. And I don't know if a lot of people can relate to me with this topic, about this topic, but I feel like my family kept telling me, go to school, go to school, go to school. And I was contemplating if I wanted to go to school or if I didn't want to go to school. And to be honest, I think I already knew my answer. I knew that I didn't want to go to school, but because my family was pressuring me about going to school, I felt like that was something that I was very confused about. I just kept going back and forth trying to ask people for advice because I didn't want to face the truth, and I was just scared of how my family is going to perceive me. And I was the firstborn. So when you're the firstborn, you want to succeed in all the things that you need to succeed in, so then your siblings can actually follow your footsteps, right? So you're kind of like the path. You're basically like paving the path for your siblings. And I felt like if I didn't go to school, you know what I'm saying, my family would have said something. So I think I used to think I was confused about school, but if I'm being honest, I knew I never wanted to go to school. I knew that I didn't want to work for anybody. I wanted to have my own business. I wanted to own my own stuff and just run a company or run a business. I knew that was my goal. But because my family was putting so much pressure on me, I was just like, okay, let me just do what they want to do, because let me just do what they want me to do, because I don't want to, basically let them down or just be pressured, because everywhere you go they always ask you the same question: are you going to school? What are you going to do? This and this and that. And it's just like, can you please stop asking me if I'm going to school? Like, if I wanted to go to school, I would have been in school. Which I'm not saying school is a bad thing. Go to school if you need to go to school, but I'm not trying to pursue becoming a lawyer. I'm not trying to pursue becoming a doctor. That's not the things that I'm trying to pursue. I'm just trying to get a business and run something or sell something, if that makes sense. So yeah. So I already told you guys the story, so I think I already talked about my story. Confusion is sometimes avoidance. You already know the answer, but you don't want to deal with the outcomes, right? Truth requires action. All right, so the question is, why didn't I act even though I knew? I think the reason why I didn't act is because I didn't want to let my family down. Like, I felt like if I said that I didn't want to do what they wanted me to do, they would have just let me, felt like I let them down. I felt like I let them down. So I think that's the reason why I didn't act, even though I already knew my answer. Like, I would literally ask my tutor, so do you think I should, do my bachelor? Do you think I should do X, Y, and Z? I would ask my friends, do you think I should do this? Do you think I should do that? Knowing that I didn't want to do it, knowing that I didn't want to work for anyone. And, yeah, so I feel like sometimes we all are in our heads and we want to do things the right way, even though we already know the answer. This is not what we want to do, but because our family is forcing us or they're pressuring us, we just end up doing things that we don't want to do. And for me, it's more so like school. I think that was the issue that I had. I already knew the answer, but I didn't want to face the truth. So let me bring my book so I can show you guys. So guys, I did create this book, this journal. It's basically a 100-day reflection journal where you write down your thoughts. You write down what you're thinking. They have different prompts. Like, I have different questions in here that asks you about yourself and just makes you reflect upon, your day and all that. So it's a really nice book. The texture feels really nice. It's soft. It's not soft, but it's kind of like, this is what it feels like. It feels nice. And I think it can fit in your bag, I have my bag right here and it can literally fit in my bag. But what would I tell someone that's confused? I would just say follow your gut and follow what you want to do, right? Don't listen to the outside noise. Do what you want and do what pleases you, because at the end of the day, everybody else around you are not going to be here no more. And when you have to lay in bed on your own and be on your own, you have to think about the decision you made. Is it you going to school, or is it you doing the things that you want to do? So you have to make yourself happy. That's what I would say. What truth are people usually avoiding? What truth are people usually avoiding would be, you don't want to do what makes you happy because you don't want other people to perceive you as whatever they would perceive you as. I feel like you have to do what you want to do, even if it hurts everybody else. What truth are people usually avoiding? I think the truth people are usually avoiding is things that they want to do. Like whatever you want to do, you have to go ahead and follow it and do it. Because if you don't do it, I'm telling you, no one is going to do it for you. And people will tell you what they wish they did. But it's like, why don't you do it? Like the people that are telling you go to school, have they ever went to school? Have they ever finished school? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm looking at them like, just because you didn't finish school, I feel like you want me to finish school. Now, if you finish school and you have whatever you have and you want me to go to school, that's a different situation. But sometimes people want you to live their life. And this is not their life. This is your life. You got to do what makes you happy. So that's what I would say. I want you guys to comment down your answer to this question. What are you confused about? And what truth are you avoiding? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was not like a long video of me just talking. But I'm going to try to do my videos like this because I feel like it's more like I connect with y'all more, and I feel like we can relate on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the stuff that I said you guys can't relate to. Maybe you guys can sympathize with me. But I really want to hear what you guys are confused about and what you guys are avoiding. What truth are you avoiding? Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next. Bye.